Hey y'all, what up? This is Just That Dude and this is Just That TV. And I am here to talk about Bates Motel season 4, episode 2, Goodnight Mother. Okay, so this episode was good. Like, this episode was basically Norman checking the fuck out of his mama and, you know, just all type of motherfucking craziness. So the fucking show starts off with Norma on the phone talking to the motherfucking therapist or whatever, leaving him a voicemail because he didn't answer. Just basically letting him know, like, you know, some shit went down yesterday. I came home, you know, motherfucking doors was broken and shit. Like, I need some motherfucking Norma in this motherfucker now. Like, call me back. So she go in there, she talk to Norma. She like, you know, what the fuck's up? What's up? So he like, you know, my head hurt, you know, I can't remember anything, like what happened? She was like, nigga, like you was tripping the fuck out. Do you remember anything? He was like, no, whatever. He was like, the only thing I remember is you locked me in the motherfucking room. Why the fuck you locked me in the room? She was like, I mean, I had to go do some errands, you know, like, he was like, what type of motherfucking errands you gotta do, bitch? You gotta lock me in the motherfucking room. She was like, I had to go to the grocery store, you know, like, she was like, I don't know what to do about this whole situation. You know, you blacking out, you don't know this bullshit. Like, I don't know, I can't handle this shit right now. So yeah, I locked you in the motherfucking room. Like, so fucking what? So she was just like, fuck it, like, get the fuck over it. Like, I'm gonna cook breakfast or whatever like that. Like, just come down and eat some motherfucking breakfast. So he go in there, he fucking start washing his motherfucking face. All of a sudden, he get this fucking flashback and he start fucking remembering like fucking a body being drugged down the motherfucking basement stairs and fucking basically fucking putting this bitch into a fucking deep freezer. And he's picturing mother doing all of this. So he's thinking that his mother fucking killed the lady and will kill Emma's mom and fucking put her downstairs in his fucking freezer where he keep all his little dead animals at. So, you know, now he on alert. Like, now he just like, So, fucking, he go downstairs or whatever. He sit down for breakfast and this bitch was like, oh, we out of milk. He was like, bitch, how we out of milk when you just went to the grocery store? So she was like, I mean, yeah, I went to the grocery store, but I forgot some milk. Like, damn, can that bitch forget some milk? So he just like, bitch, like, you on some bullshit. Like, I don't believe shit you saying. Norma was like, you know, stay in the motherfucking house because I got to go and clean the motherfucking room out. We had a guest in the room and, you know, she checked out, so I got to go clean the room up. He was like, who the fuck was in the room? I didn't see nobody. I didn't hear nobody. I didn't see no fucking body. He was like, bitch, it was a lady in the motherfucking room and I got to go fucking clean the room up. Like, bitch, stop checking me about what the fuck going on. So, you know, he just like, oh, okay, so it was a lady, you know, he thinking a wheel starting in his motherfucking head. So he like, oh, what's the fuck up? What's up? So this bitch, she was like, stay in the house. So this bitch goes out or whatever, go fucking to the, down to the hotel. His ass fucking take it upon himself. He was like, fuck that shit. Like, I'm about to get to the bottom of this shit. So he goes down to the motherfucking basement, looks in the motherfucking freezer to see if the body was down there. But ain't nobody, bitch. Like, what the fuck? So Norma comes in and she like calling for him or whatever, trying to find him or whatever like that. She found his ass. He was still down in the motherfucking basement. So he like, bitch, like, where the fuck the body at? She like, what the fuck you talking about? He was like, bitch, I know you put a motherfucking body down here in this motherfucking freezer. Like, where the fuck is the body at? She was like, bitch, ain't nobody in here. He was like, yeah, the fucking red hair lady with the fucking scarf, she was in the motherfucking freezer. And he was like, she was like, no, like, she checked out. He was like, bet that bitch ain't check out, the fuck? She was like, well, why her luggage is gone? He was like, bitch, you probably hid the motherfucking luggage. It's like, look, bitch, like, I know what you've been doing, but let me help you, because you need some motherfucking help right now. And you can see all in motherfucking Norma's face. She was just like, oh my gosh, like, my son is fucking crazy. Like, he's losing his motherfucking mind. So she just hugged his ass like, come here, nigga. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm just like, bitch, you better run, okay, bitch? Run. Like, run, bitch. So fucking Romero comes over and he came over basically just to talk to her and to see how she was doing and fucking, you know, to say sorry for the shit that he motherfucking said about marrying her and not marrying her and all that other bullshit. So she was like, you know, you cool or whatever like that. Like, I'm good. She like, you know, I'm just stressed the fuck out, you know. Norman over this bitch going motherfucking crazy, doing all this motherfucking stupid shit. I ain't got no motherfucking money to get this damn ditch filled. And I ain't got no money to motherfucking do shit. And fucking, I ain't got no insurance. I can't motherfucking get Norman into motherfucking Pine View. And all I want is my babies for some fucking help for my baby. That's it. That's all I want. I just want him to stop motherfucking killing people and stop motherfucking having me sleep with a motherfucking gun. And bitch, like, I'm scared. Like, I just need some help. That's what she wanted to say. So he was like, I mean, like, are you afraid? Like, are you afraid to be here with Norman? Like, is he dangerous? She's just like, no. Like, what the fuck? No. Like, everything is fucking good. Like, we good. So he takes it upon his motherfucking self to go home, go to his motherfucking little stash where he fucking hid his little money at. He took his motherfucking money and he took it up there to motherfucking Pine View. He's like, bitch, I'm about to bribe this motherfucking hoe. So he bribes her, let her know, bitch, this is enough motherfucking money in here for 2 motherfucking months. And for you, bitch. Like, I know y'all got motherfucking rooms that y'all be motherfucking reserving for these big motherfucking high-end people. But, bitch, we need this motherfucking room. So she like, bitch, are you even related to Norman Bates? And he was like, yeah, bitch, like, I'm about to marry his mama. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, Romero, why you doing this, though? Like, bitch, you either real nosy or something. Like, bitch, what's the, like, what I was thinking. But, So, fucking Norman and Norma is inside. Norman reading this dumbass motherfucking book. Sounds like Shakespeare or some bullshit. And Norma is at the fucking window, looking out the window, looking at the little ditch or the little fucking pit or whatever like that. And all of a sudden, she have a motherfucking flash. She see Emma's motherfucking mama getting buried or whatever. So, she tells Norman, she like, okay, bitch, like, stop all that motherfucking reading. You've been reading for fucking ever. Like, I'm tired of hearing that shit. She's like, don't you want to go upstairs and go to like, take a nap? Like, you've been through a lot and fucking, you know, it's been a long motherfucking day. So just go upstairs and just take a motherfucking nap or whatever like that. So, you know, he knows she up to something. So he just like, all right, bitch, like, I'll go upstairs or whatever like that. So this bitch goes out or whatever, fucking gets a ladder, go down into the motherfucking ditch, and she acting like she looking for the body and shit. Now, my whole thing, I'm just like, bitch, if you're looking for the body, like, I don't know, it just seemed like she didn't know where the fuck the body was at either. So I'm like, bitch, did you really bury the motherfucking body? Because if you did, bitch, how the fuck you don't know where you put the motherfucking body at? So I'm like, bitch, is you having blackouts too? Like, I don't know, I was just confused. I'm just like, what the fuck? But she down there looking for the motherfucking body. She don't find shit but a glove. And all of a sudden she hear a car pull up or whatever like that. People getting out the motherfucking car. So she goes back up the ladder and fucking Norman's standing there like, bitch, what the fuck is you doing? So she like, what? Like, I'm looking to see how deep the motherfucking, because it was raining and shit. So she like, I'm looking to see how much water's down there. Like, it's a lot. Like, what the fuck? So she was like, let me go check these people in. So Norma was like, no, bitch, like, go in the motherfucking house. She was like, you out here, you wet, you fucking muddy. Like, I'm not about to have you trying to check in these people looking the way you fucking look. Go in the motherfucking house. She was like, he was like, I got this. She like, no, like, I can do this. He like, take your ass in the motherfucking house. And he was like, I'm not above motherfucking making a scene out here in front of these motherfucking white folks. That's what he wanted to say for real. So she took her motherfucking ass in the goddamn house. And he went and checked the motherfucking people in or whatever like that. Was look flirting and, you know, being all white people shady and shifty and shit. You know how white people do when they be cracking little jokes and shit. But it don't really be funny. But they be trying to be funny just to motherfucking like, ugh, whatever. But fucking Norma was in a goddamn house and she get a motherfucking phone call from Romero. Romero was telling her like, you know, Norman is in. Like, I got him into Pine View or whatever like that. You can thank me later with some good little dome. And fucking they gonna be faxing over a paper to you or whatever like that. She was all like, thank you, blah, 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 blah. She was like, but fucking Norman has to sign the papers. She was like, but Norman is not in his right state of mind. Like, he's not gonna be able to sign these papers. And they was like, okay, well, I mean, if he's not gonna sign the papers, then you would have to go see in front of a judge or whatever like that. But that could take a couple fucking weeks to all fucking process and shit like that. And she was like, he was like, or, you know, if Norman is dangerous, it can be expedited. And she was like, no, Norman's not dangerous or whatever like that. Like, I'll get him to sign. And then she realized, like, fuck, like, they faxing the motherfucking papers to the motherfucking office that's in the motherfucking hotel. And Norman is down there. So, fucking Norman fucking checks the people in or whatever like that. And he sees the fucking fax. And he reads the motherfucking papers and he starts flipping the fuck out. he just like, oh my motherfucking gosh, like he was just like going fucking through it, and he started hearing this motherfucking voice or whatever like that. It was his motherfucking daddy. His daddy was telling him like, bitch, your motherfucking mama been lying to you. Like, bitch, you did not kill me, your motherfucking mama did it, and she blamed that shit on you. He was like, bitch, you need to motherfucking control her before she destroys you. And I'm like, damn, bitch, like Norman is just tripping. He's tripping the fuck out. So motherfucking Norma was hiding behind the motherfucking behind one of them rooms or some bullshit, and she ran in there to try to motherfucking get the facts or whatever like that, but he had already took it. So she takes her happy ass back to the motherfucking house, act like ain't nothing motherfucking happened. She like, hey, she's like, do you want to go out to eat? He like, no, I want to go out to motherfucking eat. She's like, okay, well, what do you want? Like, I'll fix you something. You want some turkey pot pie? I can make you a turkey pot pie. He like, yeah, I guess, whatever. So this bitch started motherfucking making turkey pot pie and shit, and he like, he was standing all like on her and shit, like real fucking close, and she was like, okay, bitch, you can go upstairs, like go upstairs, wash your motherfucking hands, like get the fuck away from me. And he was like, no, like I'm not leaving your side ever. He was like, bitch, like you ain't no motherfucking good, and you doing motherfucking bullshit, and no, I have to motherfucking watch you, bitch. I got to check up on you. She was like, what you mean? Like, I'm only making turkey pot pie. Like, he was like, no, bitch, you're not in your right state of mind. You trying to sabotage me. Like, this shit ain't about to motherfucking fly. So, fucking, he just staring at her as they eating their turkey pot pie. Mind you, that bitch made that turkey pot pie real motherfucking fast. I don't know, fucking, like, I don't know how to make turkey pot pie, so I don't know how fast that shit make. That it is to make or whatever like that. But it was dark as fuck when that bitch started making it. So I'm like, bitch, what time is y'all eating this? Like, but whatever, you know, it's a TV show. So Norman's sitting there staring at her, you know, looking all demonic and shit. Like he ready to just butcher this bitch. And she like, stopped looking at me like that. And he was like, no, like I can't stop it. He was like, there's only one way to stop it and I don't want to do it. And she like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, what the fuck do you mean? She was like, you scaring me. Like, what the fuck? Like, for real, like, what the fuck is going on? He was like, you should be fucking scared and all this other bullshit. And then he started cussing this bitch out. He was like, bitch, like, I know what the fuck you trying to do and I know what the fuck you did. I know about you, bitch. And then he was like, you fucking, you went off and you killed motherfucking that lady. You killed motherfucking Bradley and you killed my motherfucking teacher, bitch, because you was jealous. You was jealous of them and you trying to motherfucking pin all this shit on me and now you want to fucking lock me up, bitch. He was like, no, fuck that shit, bitch. You not about to motherfucking lock me up. Like, and I guess Norma, she was looking like, bitch, bitch, you own to me. So, bitch, she fucking booked it. Bitch bounced up from that motherfucking table like the motherfucking feds hit the damn door. And bitch had crack in her motherfucking where bitch was out. She ran to her motherfucking room and shit looking for her gun and shit. Norman came in like, bitch, you looking for this? She was like, oh my God, Norman, please. He was like, stop this shit. Just give me the motherfucking gun. He was like, nah, bitch, I ain't giving you motherfucking shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, mother? Like, he was just going to fuck off. Like, it was just too motherfucking deep. So then it took a motherfucking left. Like, everything just took a motherfucking, bitch, a left. Like, a left. Like, a left. Like, this bitch walks over to him. She crying and shit like that. And she started motherfucking rubbing him. Like, she was like touching him, like rubbing his face and shit like that. And, you know, they both like looking at each other like, you know, like a crying ass. Just like, he looking at her like, bitch, I don't want to do this. She looking at him like, please don't do this. Like, I love you. And then all of a sudden, this bitch started kissing him. Like, she started kissing his cheeks or whatever like that. He like, what the fuck are you doing? She like, I'm kissing you. I've kissed you 100 times before. And I'm like, but bitch, this look a little... Like, it don't. So, like, she started reaching down for the gun and shit, but she's still kissing him. And I'm like... So he was like, bitch, get the fuck up off me. So he pushed her hard as motherfucking hell and shit. And she fucking takes off down the hallway, run into another motherfucking room, lock herself in the room. So she calls Romero and she telling Romero, like, bitch, we need to get motherfucking Norman in that place now. Like now. But he don't answer or whatever. So she left that on his voicemail. So like a couple minutes later, all you hear is Norman blasting some motherfucking old ass motherfucking, it was like an old ass like record motherfucker. Like, I don't know, like it was like some bullshit that he was blasting on his motherfucking laptop and shit like that. So I was like, the fuck? That's how you know a motherfucker go crazy, like for real, for real. So She creeps out the motherfucking room and she go downstairs. She get this big ass pair of motherfucking scissors about this motherfucking bed. Like, it looked like ribbon cutting motherfucking scissors and shit. But it looked like it was like old, left in the motherfucking house forever. So it was all rusted and busted and shit. But bitch was gonna stab the fuck out of Norman. So she looking for Norman or whatever like that. I don't know what made her was like, okay, well maybe he downstairs in the basement. So she went downstairs in the basement. His ass was downstairs in the basement. For dramatic effect, his ass turned the light on and she came down there. So I was like, okay, bitch, like you really trying it. So he was like, I knew this was going to be the only way to get you down here. He was like, I know you still love me or whatever like that, but bitch, like you crazy. Like you got an evil motherfucking spirit inside of you and it needs to motherfucking come out. He was like, I'm not going for this bullshit no more. Was like, bitch, like I'm not about to let you lock me up for this shit because I didn't motherfucking do this shit, bitch. You did all of this motherfucking shit. He was like, bitch, we don't belong in this motherfucking world anymore. So we need to just like erase ourselves out of this fucking equation. So she looking at him all crying and she like, bitch, what's behind your fucking back? She was like, ain't nothing behind my back. Like, what the fuck? So he walking over to her with the fucking gun, like got the gun pointed to her and shit. And she just like, please, just trust me or whatever like that. So as she's saying that, fucking, you hear Romero upstairs bust through the motherfucking door, and he was like fucking calling for Norma and shit like that. So she crying, she crying, she bawling, she just like, I'm sorry, Norman, I had to do it, I'm sorry. So he just looking at this bitch like, bitch, no you didn't. So he came down there, whatever like that, and he just like, let's go, Norman, like we gotta motherfucking go. So she like, he won't sign the motherfucking papers. They was like, okay, well we gotta take him back to motherfucking where he was at, that little fucked up place with the fucked up nurses and bullshit. So she grabbed the motherfucking papers and she run out the motherfucking door and she started begging Norman, like, Norman, please sign these motherfucking papers, because if you don't, they gonna send you back to that bullshit ass motherfucking place. And bitch, I tried to work my ass off to get you into motherfucking Pineview, bitch, and now you in. Like, you need to sign these fucking papers because it's a good motherfucking place. Please just trust me. So he looked at her and he just like, you know, he was saying all type of motherfucking fucked up shit in his motherfucking head, you can tell. But he ended up signing the motherfucking papers and he got in the car with Romero and he left. So I was like, I guess, like, for real. I don't know why, I just felt like they was gonna, like, show the paper, like, he wrote something fucked up on the paper, like, fuck you or some bullshit. I was gonna crack the fuck up for real. But, I mean, it is what the fuck it is, bitch. At this point, Norman Bates has lost his motherfucking mind. Or has he? You never motherfucking know, to be quite the fuck honest. I mean, shit, they can throw a motherfucking plot twist in that bitch real quick because Norma was acting real motherfucking shady about that body because she had a fucking vision that, you know, she was fucking doing the body or whatever like that. And she act like she didn't know where the fuck the body was at. So, I don't know. That part was a little iffy and a little shifty as fuck. But, I don't know, y'all. That was the episode. Tell me what y'all think about it. Make sure y'all thumbs up this video. Share this video on all y'all social networks. And hit that motherfucking subscribe button. What good time for you, dude. Yes, I am just that dude. And I will see y'all next time. Peace. I have to talk about Emma. So, there, you know, after her surgery, whatever like that, they was waiting to see if she was gonna, you know, if her lungs were gonna take, if she was gonna be able to breathe on her own. So all her doctors was in there, whatever like that, taking her tubes out to see if she's about to start breathing, using her lungs. They take it out, and at first she was having a little trouble. You know, she was gasping for air and shit like that, and they was trying to motherfucking get her to breathe. And Dylan was about to have a fucking heart attack, like he was about to start fucking some shit up. But she started breathing on her own or whatever like that, so everything seemed like it's going great so far. So Emma's daddy and Dylan sat down and had a little conversation. He basically thanked him for everything that he's done and for being there for Emma. And he was like, you know, if you gonna fucking be in her life, you know, you gotta quit all that bullshit that you doing and, you know, get right because you're a good dude. He was like, you know, now that she's not living to fucking die, there's a lot of possibilities for her. You know, doors are starting to open up. You know, she's gonna start living her motherfucking life to the fullest. So, you know, you gotta basically straighten up your shit. So he fucking went in there and talked to Emma and shit like that, was telling her, you know, like he was still there and, you know, all this other bullshit. And, you know, he's about to leave and go check on his bullshit back at home, whatever like that. So she was like, I mean, you gonna come back? And he was like, I mean, you want me to come back? So she was like, yeah, I mean, I want you to come back. So I was like, nigga, you better come back. Like, But it was cute. I don't know. Like, it was cute. I like fucking Emma and Dylan together. Like, it's a cute little dynamic or whatever like that. They make a cute couple. So I was like, yeah, thumbs up for you, Dylan. But that was all.